Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. Gets past one man. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott trots onto the field with the rest of the Dallas Cowboys offense. They're now 1-1, 20-13 win over New York in Week 2. Now, Dak Prescott, 160 yards, although 64 of those came on the third play of the game to Tavon Austin.
And the Cowboys sorely needed that play. It was a big strike early, something to get them out of the gates. Many had talked about an offense that was stagnating, needed a spark. They got it right there from Dak Prescott to Tavon Austin. Would also help them, though, during the game, Ezekiel Elliott. 78 yards on the ground on 17 carries, 4.5 yards per carry. Exactly what you need to take control of the line of scrimmage and move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down carry by Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A give to Elliott, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw now. Prescott looking and finding Allen Hurns. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Dak finding the former Jag Hurns for the Dallas first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The give is to Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
This offense begins and ends with Ezekiel Elliott. He played in only 10 games last year after leading the league in rushing as a rookie, but still led the league in rushing yards per game for the 2nd year in a row. When he gets his hands on the football, everyone comes to the edge of their seat.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Quarterback Shaquille Griffin had a nice rookie year in large part because he was never intimidated. And that came from Richard Sherman, who tutored him in 2017. Said he noticed that early about the young guy, and they just turned him loose.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And forthcoming a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this from 46. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
And out now come the Seahawks. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. I mean, Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
he's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They were looking for Marshall that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Prescott on 1st down. He finds Hearns left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll throw again. Prescott. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Second down, Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he stopped immediately there. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. On 2nd down, Wilson. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. 0-0 our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Prescott now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quentin Jefferson in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for them now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And time for us to spotlight Doug Baldwin. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They run it with Carson, and he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Everybody take line in. Everybody take.
Now Prescott. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Prescott to throw it. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Wilson throwing again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
On 1st and 10, Prescott over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Able to spin free. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Wilson now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been all about the defense, just a lone field goal in that first half, and as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now Wilson on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just about on his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Give him 30 yards there.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. He's coming off an impressive Pro Bowl campaign in 2017.
You're talking about 14.5 sacks, tied for 2nd in the NFL. And now when offensive linemen hear the name DeMarcus Lawrence, they quake in their boots. How do we block this guy off the edge?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Wilson. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the counter, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Wilson now operating from the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A give to Elliott running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former first-rounder, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott, and he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Caught left side, Williams.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age. But then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
To throw is Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third and 2, now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now it's Lockett. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. They run again with Carson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Here's Thompson on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete as well.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And out now come the Seahawks. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Here's Wilson. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a handoff looking right. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On 3rd down, that's Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And back now, the NFL on EA Sports coming off that 2-minute warning as time dwindles away here in the 4th. Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Here's Thompson to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw is Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Prescott now on 2nd down. It's caught right side. It turns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll throw again. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And again, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Here's Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down, Prescott. It's caught on the right side, Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott yet again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the 4th. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. One last shot now for Prescott. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.